UFC best bets, 3 bets in 3 minutes. We're back. Great week last week. Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout plus 430, and Alexander Volkanovski by decision plus 190. Those seemed easy. We get back to profitability on the year. Look, we understand. I bet long shot props sometimes, but you get weeks like this where you crush it. So we're looking for another week like this, and we're gonna start 3 bets in 3 minutes. I'm gonna grab my phone here, and we're going to put 3 minutes on the clock. And here we go. We're going to start right on the main card. Jailton Almeida versus Rizvan Kuniev. Apologies for the pronunciation. What Jailton Almeida will not be apologizing for is his grappling. Jailton Almeida has been plus 110 in some fights by decision. At one point, he was like a minus 1,500 favorite in his fights. The world soured on him a little bit, and I understand it a little bit. But Jailton Almeida is a minus 160 favorite here. He wins 60% of his fights by submission. So at the minimum, you're looking at a guy who, he's definitely got the grappling advantage in this fight. And against every fighter, I just think he's a different grappler. Kuniev is obviously coming off of the split decision loss to Curtis Blades, but overall, I think that Almeida is going to get it done here. By submission, plus 260. I just don't think we'll ever get that number ever again, honestly. He's been... Almeida is largely considered one of the best grapplers at the heavier divisions. We move on to the co-main event, Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. And man, the odds of this fight, before the last 2 fights for each of these guys, would have been... Albazi might have been favored, if that was the case. So... we get into this fight. Kyoji Horiguchi obviously set the world on fire last time out. The Gooch set the world on fire against Tagir Ulanbekov. Amir Albazi looked terrible against Brandon Moreno. The striking was bad. He wasn't able to land takedowns. I don't like what I'm seeing from Amir Albazi. He's also not been active really at all. He's only fought a couple times recently. I'd have to look it up, but I believe he hasn't fought in like a year anyway, or once in a year. Regardless, Kyoji Horiguchi's coming back in there after just starching Ulanbekov in November. I think Horiguchi boxes the head off of Amir Albazi here. I don't like this spot for Albazi at all. I think Horiguchi is a title contender and probably will fight for a title after this one. So Horiguchi wins inside the distance, plus 225 on BetMGM is the official pick there. We move on to the main event, and it's Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. I actually like Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira is definitely big for the weight class. They're fighting at 135 pounds. Definitely big for the weight class. And Mario Bautista isn't the most exciting guy to root for. Last 2 fights. He went the distance with Umar Nurmagomedov. Bautista looked great against Patchy Mix. Obviously, we were there for that one. For me, I don't like the odds. If Vinicius Oliveira was like plus 200, he's never fought 5 rounds before. We'll start with that. If he was like plus 220, I think that would be a better spot. But Bautista is just such a high level guy. Like, he's a great grappler. He's a solid striker too. He's really high pace. Oliveira's going to get tired. If he doesn't finish this in the first 2 rounds and Bautista's never been finished, you're looking at problems. I think that Bautista wins this one. I think he does it by decision. And I think that the number at FanDuel by decision plus 250 is just too good to ignore. So those are your 3 bets in 3 minutes. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's have another good week. Let's get it.